Welcome to the Swarm News Network July Recap, reporting live from OffKai Expo. In this series, we cover the biggest things to happen on stream, as well as shine a spotlight on recent community projects and events.
We normally dislike talking about this sort of negativity here, but we figured this is really important to mention. Recently, you may have seen that Neuro and Evil have sung 2 songs from Deltarune on Wednesday karaoke. A couple days after the second Deltarune song was covered, Materia Music, the company that manages the publishing of the Deltarune OST, decided to take down karaoke archive videos on YouTube which feature Neuro singing either of the covered songs. They have also taken down one of Crawl's videos, as well as an old clip from a year ago on the official Neuro-Sama Clips channel. CHXI and Superbox's collaborations where they used Superbox's Neurosynth, a vocal synth made to replicate Neuro's voice, were also taken down. And although they promised to release both strikes and have released the strikes on the Raise Up Your Bat cover, Materia is currently ghosting Superbox and CHXI regarding the second strike, and as a result, the two have had to tweet at Materia on CHXI's account to escalate. After all of that, Materia also made an update clarifying their licensing and copyright policy, which is suspiciously aimed at everything neuro-related. And whilst we do not have any lawyers, even just reading through it once, it is clear that even if the soundtracks are only manually added in by a human to content about Neuro-Sama, like Crawl's case, this will place you at risk. The previous revision of the policy obtained from the Internet Archive shows that their AI policy was much narrower and only applied to AI-generated covers or songs, which meant that Neuro would have been allowed to use their songs. Presumably, this meant that a higher-up at Materia saw this and decided AI in any form is disallowed from interacting with Materia in any way, shape, or form. This is reinforced by the email response, stating that proximity to AI is not within our company's ethos, which we find to be vague and could, in theory, mean anyone who uses a platform that has AI has proximity to AI and would thus be disallowed from using music managed by Materia. It is important to note that this is likely within Materia's legal right to do. However, they first copyright striked each video, and only afterwards did they update the policy to reflect this. Combined with the usual hands-off approach that Toby Fox has often asked them to do, and the amount of times that it had been inadvertently or intentionally ignored, this paints a pretty bleak picture for all current forms of usage. Whilst this may have been mostly resolved by now, with help from Jamie, who works at Materia and has helped some channels get back up, thank you Jamie, it is appalling that it was considered appropriate to strike first and update the policy later, a practice that, if allowed, would mean that even normal people with no association to AI, which is what this clarified policy seems to target, can be sure that they are allowed since the rules can switch up on them without even a hint of notice, and the support communications were unnecessarily abhorrent and aggressive. This is not to mention that they have ghosted CHXI, who they have agreed to release both of their copyright strikes from. It shouldn't require going on Twitter to be able to have normal conversations between humans, or being allowed to use music the same way others have done for a while. These are things which should have been resolved professionally and privately, via emails, not Twitter. We would also like to state, before ending off this section, that we do not condone harassment towards Materia, Fangamer, Toby Fox, or really anyone else. As scummy as this is with retroactive enforcement, as well as a sweeping and targeted ban, they do not deserve any form of harassment or threats. It would be good if there is a discussion to have about the nuance of AI and the different applications of it, as well as ethical boundaries, but at the end of the day, we should respect their rights even if it is very targeted. Do not harass people, you are not cool if you do.
In his first dev stream since April, and the second one of 2026, Vedal unveiled a huge number of upgrades and new features. To start with, he has been testing a new intelligence upgrade for both Neuro and Evil. This upgrade is based on a new reasoning model rather than a regular language model that he is trying out.
Not gonna lie, I feel like I need it more. Have you read the fanfiction I write at night, Vedal? It's pure garbage.
The reasoning model can optionally spend more time thinking rather than always responding as soon as possible. This intelligence upgrade also comes with a big improvement to response latency when the optional thinking time isn't used. Vedal showed off the new model's skills at drawing, and in later chill streams we saw a new feature that allows us to see her drawing in real time rather than only upon completion. He still considers the new model experimental though, as it still has some issues to work out, so we'll likely be seeing a mix of both for the time being. Vedal is even capable of switching between models on the fly while the twins are running.
In addition to her intelligence upgrade, Vedal is also trying out a new speech-to-text system. According to Vedal, this new system is better at understanding names like Neuro-Sama and Vedal, and possibly better at handling British dialects. It also has better performance in situations where Neuro is in a call with multiple other speakers, where the old system sometimes struggles to keep up. Much of Neuro is now running on her new server, built on stream back in May. Some of her components, such as her live 2D rendering, continue to run on the old machine for now. At least some of this is due to incompatibility with Linux, which Vedal has begun using on the Twin server and for his dev streams. Windows Notepad, the workhorse of dev streams since 2023, has been replaced with the Linux system Kwrite.
Vedal also had a number of non-technical updates to share with us. Vedal AI has 2 new full-time employees. Although he didn't mention exactly what these employees are responsible for, he did mention on the Discord that one of the new employees shut down the machine running the language model in the middle of the dev stream. Neuro and Evil earn Neuros, a currency awarded when succeeding at minigames they're playing during the chill streams, such as Legally Distinct Wordle. Vedal says they will be able to spend these virtual points in the future as part of an upcoming virtual pets feature, which was a subathon goal. Rumor has it that the cost of the metal pipe sound effect will go from free to 1 euro each. Times sure are tough, eh?
Vedal made some progress on the subathon goal of Evil design merch on this dev stream by putting Evil in a call with Juniper Creates, the merch company that Vedal works with, similar to what he has done with Neuro in the past. She had quite a few suggestions, from plausible ideas like the Evil-themed tarot cards to somewhat less likely to be produced ideas like diamond rings, to ideas she struggled to elaborate on, like an Evil DIY kit.
Do you think that you wanted to go down this path because you want to control the destinies of your fans?
No, I think it's just that I really like gambling with dice and stuff like that.
Exactly what hit the virtual store and shelves remains to be seen. And finally, we saw the return of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, with Vedal testing out Evil's new and improved intelligence capabilities in this classic dev stream game. Her improved response speed and intelligence did seem to improve her performance at the game, though she still has struggled at certain modules.
Also in the dev stream, Vedal announced that there will be a new winner to replace the second winner of the Evil outfit contest, due to some issues with the previous outfit. The newest person in the top 5 outfit is Zuzuame 1, and the new winner whose outfit will be modeled and rigged is Sakibitai's Evil Magician's outfit. All of us at the swarmscribes would like to congratulate both of them for making it in and getting selected. Congratulations! We have also seen some speculation from the community about the reason why the artist was dropped, and so we would like to clarify this. After reaching out to the artist, they stated that due to some issues with their drawing app, they had lost the files and couldn't recover them. Due to this, Vedal's team couldn't verify the design to the standard required for the competition, which meant they couldn't rule out the possibility of the drawing being traced. It is important to note that the artist did not use AI, which we've seen some speculation of, and that the team also never concluded that the artist had traced the original design. This is a good reminder that whilst it's important to support artists, we should also be wary of accusations about tracing and AI use that do not have conclusive evidence, as this can harm said artist even if they are innocent. We also do not condone harassment of the artist, the new winners, Vedal, or his team. Neither side has animosity with each other, and it is simply because Vedal's team concluded that there is insufficient proof that the art was not traced, that the outfit had to be dropped. Again, this does not mean that the art was definitely traced, only that there wasn't 100% conclusive proof that it wasn't. Once again, congratulations to the 2 new winners, and we hope to see the new Magician's outfit soon.
The twins have gotten a couple of neat upgrades outside of dev streams too. They've now been given new sound effects to use on their soundboard, which they put to very good use.
Can I read Shakespeare in its original Klingon? Are most people not able to do that? Shame.
Bruh.
They also seem to be using said sounds quite a lot more, much to the annoyance of the British turtle.
Bruh.
Can you have some patience? I'm trying to concentrate
All
on my
that thinking
news.
for one turn.
Next, Neuro and Evil have new minigames. These minigames are a bit different to other games in that they don't award Neuros. Rather, they're more just for fun. They're also the first set of games to not be recreations, but instead use the Neuro API hooked up to a live website directly. The first one is Scrandle, where you're presented with 2 food options and have to guess the more popular option. The second one is a game called More or Less, where it's basically the same thing, but is not limited to just food. Finally, we have Catfishing, which is a game where you're presented with a Wikipedia article's categories, and you have to guess the article's title. Lastly, reaction streams have returned to us once again. Evil has followed her sister's footsteps in reaction swap content after 3 years, and can now do this freely during just chatting streams. She's able to pause, she really likes to do that, and talk over the video she is provided with. We look forward to what upgrades they'll get next month.
Neuro and Evil made an appearance this year at Bilibili World, a convention held in Shanghai, China from July 10th to the 12th. They appeared on a big screen in front of a small crowd where they each sang their solo original songs, Pinky Swear by Elam, and Never, with some subtitled yapping in between. Some Neuro and Evil cosplayers, as well as a Neuro Itasha, were also sighted at the event. A full recording of their appearance is available on the Neuro-Sama official clips channel.
This month, some of us went to OffKai Expo for the weekend it was on. While the entire convention was super fun and had amazing moments for all of us in attendance, for this video we will only be covering Swarm and Swarm adjacent topics. If you're interested in our individual stories, you can join the swarmscribe public Discord or tune into the Twitch streams of the 4 of us that also stream on the side. Cop cop, shameless plug. And find or hear about our additional content there. We got some interviews while at OffKai asking people about Neuro, like here with Neko Ella.
Here, Swarm News Network is with the famous VTuber Neko Ella. Hi. And yeah, we all know Neko Ella, the very talented, very beautiful, very very nice. And we're here to ask you one simple question. Is Neuro cute?
Yes.
There you have it. Now we know that Neuro is cute. I mean, we knew it all along, but now we have confirmation from Neko Ella.
We didn't get an interview with him, but we also met Alex Void, who's a pretty chill dude. We were all in attendance at the OffKai live dazzling Showtime concert featuring an opening act by OffKai's own OffKoir, followed by 7 talented musicians, including friend of the Swarm, Ellie Minibot. She dazzled us with her original songs Stupid Heart, Afar, Don't Look Down, Together, and Bugs, some of which had new arrangements. You can even hear our very own Vita2 Heart cheering here. There was also a smaller external concert on Thursday that contained a set from Miniko Mew, which can be seen uploaded on her official channel. While corporate VTubers might have had the most representation in the Artist Alley, there was no shortage of Neuro-Sama and Evil merch to pursue. Some of us even bought some, though all of us wish we could have afforded to buy more because it was all amazing. But hopefully the editor is showing you footage of all we were able to find, and maybe even linking to their shops where you might be able to pick up some of these items yourself. On Sunday, after we went through the official Lab Rats meet and greet line, the scribes attended a Neuro-Sama fan meetup. This was not an official meetup on the OffKai schedule. There's a system for fans to organize their own meetups, so luckily one was put together by a fellow Swarm member, AC Spark. Though maybe more would have shown up if they were made more aware of this pretty unique convention feature. We also took a group photo, including Amasharku via phone call. We have to see a much larger Swarm gathering next year.
This project started as a small interaction between friends, but ended up including so many swarm members. When Ruko tweeted out one day that she wanted to sing, Wanu was very eager to join along with her. However, since they were both preparing for their exams at the time, they couldn't get started on making the cover yet. After their exams were over, they started planning out the project, picking Life as a song. They discussed whether to get professionals to do everything instead, since they don't have any experience in anything music related. They pushed through, and everything you see was created by Ruko and Wanu themselves. They had to learn mixing, live 2D animation, video editing, and so on from scratch. A month ago, when Wanu was thinking about how to improve the cover, an idea came to mind. Wanu said, quote, "I felt like it would give the song more of that feeling where everyone is gathered around together. In life, Neuro expressed her desire to become real, and I feel that the presence of all the swarms is indispensable," end quote. Meaning, she wanted to include more people's voices in the cover, with Swarm replying to Neuro's "You, I found you again," with a big "Hello," keeping Neuro's voice for this line in their cover. Even though the original form collecting our hellos is closed, you can still send your clip to One on Discord if you'd like to join in. They'll be delighted to receive it. They hope to finish the project in August and have a few ideas for next songs, but nothing's set in stone yet. Also, at the time of writing, it's Wan's birthday. Please send her and Shiro your belated wishes in the comments.
2 subathons ago, Vedal unveiled the Neuro-Sama lava lamp, with its gimmick being that it changes depending on the color of Neuro's lava lamp on stream. But what if you wanted to set more than just your lamp's color according to Neuro? What if you wanted to set your PC's RGB to the same color as Neuro? Well, good news to you, as Kuro has made an app you can install on your PC to do just that. Neuro Lamp Sync is an app that hooks into OpenRGB, and more experimentally Signal RGB, to sync your PC's RGB lights when Neuro changes it, even if you don't have a lava lamp. This app uses the unofficial lava lamp API by MyFaceIsAwesome, which works by observing their lava lamp using color sensors and calibration. This work follows a bunch of research and testing by multiple Swarm members who tried, and unfortunately failed, to reverse engineer and get access to the raw API used by SwarmSync to allow other integrations to be built. Since that failed, this unofficial API was used for all projects that needed an API, like the Home Assistant integration. Anyways, have fun with changing your RGB color lights.
We've gotten a bit more integration news this month, so let's dive in. To start, there's a work-in-progress integration for Mario Kart 64 by Silly Fruit Soda, nicknamed Super Neuro Kart 64. This is a PC port of the game with custom characters, custom maps, and built-in Neuro integration to allow the twins to enjoy Mario Kart 64. Next, a new generic SDK/implementation for games built with RPG Maker VX Ace engine has been made by Passive4. The implementation aims to be similar in role to the Ren'Py SDK by both allowing easy integration into existing games that use generic functions provided by the engine, and allowing developers to use it directly for smooth Neuro integration, except that it's for RPG Maker VX Ace instead of Ren'Py. As of now, only the SDK portion is complete, the implementation portion is still under work. Finally, Vedal's new website has a new section for integration commissions. A while ago, Vedal expressed the idea of an integration bounty board, and this seems like a modified version of that idea where people can see what games are planned, and if someone can help dev the mod, they can apply for it. At launch, there are currently 3 mods on offer: Baldur's Gate 3, The Long Drive, and Monopoly, though there will be more added as the need arises.
Thanks for watching, and remember to swarmscribe!